Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for showing up. It's more than a pleasure to have such a talented group of people. We didn't realize the response that we was going to get, and it's more than we expected, so we do want to make it an annual event. At the end of the day, what we want to ensure is that everyone has positive recognition for positive contribution. Okay, Bermuda has one of the highest levels of skill sets in the region, and this is why many of the investors are interested in doing business in Bermuda. Much of the investment is coming from overseas, so therefore we have to be at a high level in order to not only compete, but also to be able to be the best at what we do. So, my good friend here is actually very fluent in Portuguese. Okay, so for our Portuguese community. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to the annual End of Year Awards presentation by the Bermuda Construction Safety Council.
Boa noite a todos e sejam bem-vindos à apresentação anual dos prémios de final do ano do Conceito de Segurança de Construção da Bermuda.
Okay, we want to thank City Hall for hosting our event.
So, gostaríamos de agradecer à Prefeitura Câmara de Hamilton por nos deixar usar este espaço.
Also, the Bermuda College for facilitating our educational programs.
E agradecer ao Bermuda College para facilitar os recursos e a educação.
And the Bermuda Health Council, Labor Relations, and Global Environment for providing healthy and safe work sites for the island.
O Conceito de Saúde das Bermudas, Relações Trabalhistas e Meio Ambiente, de uma maneira com ambiente global para fornecer.
Google Translate,
Ok. Para vocês todos que não perceberem, isso é uma canelada na gramática. Não é uma coisa bem grave.
As well as everyone in attendance to show their support in the built environment.
Relações Trabalhistas e Meio Ambiente. Fornecer locais de trabalho saudáveis e seguros em toda a ilha. Basicamente, traduzir isso para ficar mais fácil para vocês perceberem. Vocês não têm que apelar de agora, podem apelar de depois.
Exactly. Okay, good, thank you. Perfect. Our first presenter will be Akeisha Wills. Akeisha is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Wills, and she inherited her parents' endeavors to become the youngest member of council. She was very impressive at the open forum. She had very good questions, very good answers, and she is a proud Christian woman who reminds us that God blesses us so that we can bless others. Okay, and we must use what we have to help someone else, whether it be a hug, a kind word, a smile. Any of them can end up making someone's entire day, especially during this Christmas season. Okay, so Ms. Akeisha Wills.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Good evening, everybody. Thank you to Mr. Harris and to the Construction Safety Council for actually giving me a platform to speak on something that is sort of close to my heart within the construction forum, the construction area. So what I decided to give is something called a Bermuda Full Disney, which is the benefits of a master plan with a multi-generational homes with a touch of Disney. So basically meaning of the basic example, if you guys don't know, what exactly is the master plan and how it actually helps as a community. It's a small town within a small town, which is a type of residential plan that includes an unusual number of residential amenities such as golf parks, communities, family playgrounds, stores, or the like, which pretty much has everything centered in it. That is actually put from dictionary.com, just in case you guys were in it. So everything pretty much you need is in reach. You've got, as you said, you've got things like the grocery stores, you've got bookstores, toy stores for your kids, pretty much anything, shopping malls, everything. It's, how to say, it's pretty much the easiest way that I've found in recent years. I don't know if you guys have heard of a community called Celebration down in Florida that was created by Disney, where it allows for families, which pretty much reminds me of Bermuda. It allows for us to be able to have what we grew up in as a small town home, where pretty much we have everyone from the young to the old coming together as a community, being able to do everything from school to play to even work, and just pretty much building up the traditional values that we pretty much were raised with. But to be able to bring it forward as in with the future is how something that I've, as a young person and as many others probably know, is making it eco-friendly. So, which is pretty much having, which I suppose some of you guys as builders would know, having everywhere, anything from as far as low impact home design and buildings used with materials and technology that reduces the carbon footprint and lowers its energy needs. So anything from as far as using, as we know, solar panels for the homes, even something that exists now called with just solar windows, which uses the glass to be able to reflect our beautiful sunlight in and uses it to regenerate our homes, to even for the waters in our ocean or the heat that we get from the ocean to be able to regenerate. Things like that help with the community, helps bring the beauty of the island in to as full circle to pretty much help us, just as we help the environment. So the idea of it is also embracing the future while honoring the past. By doing that, we have it's a thing in home building that is called multi-generational homes, which has been something that I've been looking at, especially in Florida, as an example of multi-generational homes. Again, you have Celebration as an example, or another community that Disney's recently built up called Disney Springs. They have things that bring anywhere from your grandparents, your parents, your children, are all able to fit together in homes, which, you know, us as Bermudans, we've pretty much grown up as. The world is just, you know, catching up. And we are being able to bring together where the builders are according a lady I found online, name is Kim Adams, who's a director of marketing at the Brambleton Group, which apparently is a design and architectural group, says that builders are adapting their home design to create additional living spaces that offer privacy and separation for parents, even college students that may be moving back home, and also ground floor suites for easy access for the grandparents. So that brings together cost savings where you won't have as much possibly for the energy bill because of the eco side of it, to even having where the seniors care that we're finding is a big need. The families are able to bring their loved ones home to be able to better care for them. And even for the kids, it's easier because you may have an aunt or grandparent that's maybe home or better at reach rather than, you know, in the next parish. So the way that for bringing it together as a decided Disney is because Disney has different ideas on this community side where they have things like themed stores and restaurants, family activities, different, even how we have different themed adventures for going cross island. Then they have something called a magic band where for things like how we have simple PayPal for the phone, it allows for you to do things, pay for the groceries. It could be having fun at the movies, or even for that latest adventure for the kids. It could be for getting some exclusive deals or something like that at the stores. Even for bringing in the family for the communities. The homes could be even designed with either a touch of Disney classics, their favorite characters, or even as Bermuda, of course, it's going to be our lovely architecture and colors. To me, it's always been two sides to me that have always come together. So pretty much, like I said, why Disney? The high quality, the value of family traditions, the imaginative part, and the inventive side. All of those to me is Disney and it's Bermuda, because we have the imaginative side and the inventive with our builders and our architects that have, like how my parents have, they've passed on lovely traditions of how it is that our Bermuda homes come to life. And the imaginative side is how we can pretty much bring that into the future and make things new. So thank you everybody for allowing me to speak for the platform, and yeah, I hope this is something that we can possibly look for in our future. And so, without further ado, we have for our first official group, we have our manager of the year. So we have companies DCK Bermuda with Mr. Sam Walters, Korea Construction, Mr. Dennis Korea, BCM McAlpine, which is Mr. Richard O'Neill, Island Glass, Mr. Jimmy Thatcher, and Sunrise Construction with Mr. Basil Headland. So with further ado, our manager of the year is Mr. Jimmy Thatcher. Thank you.
Okay, good. So our next presenter goes by the name of Donnie Francis. She stated that she is very excited to be a Skyport Operation Readiness Airport Transfer Administration Coordinator. That's a lot to say. Okay, as well as a proud parent of a 10-year-old slime-making queen, apparently. Okay, Miss Donnie Francis is better known as the human replacement for the Palm Pilot. Okay, and also this Northampton graduate from the UK, as well as Clark, Atlanta University psychology major. She has vast experience ranging from editorial manager of the Show Off magazine to VIP manager to the Uber Cruise, Silver Cruise. Okay, Ms. Francis can not only organize a busy executives world, but she can translate any event into a success. Okay, so please welcome Ms. Donnie Francis.
Good evening. Congratulations to everyone for being nominated. So the nominees for Division 2, which is the Excavator Operator of the Year, are from D&J Construction, Rui Furtado. From Korea Construction, Mike Branco. From Smith Holding, Johnny Correa. From RJ Cooper Limited, Dinarte Pacheco. And from Building Blocks, David Dorham. Okay, and the winner of the Excavator Operator of the Year award is Dinarte Pacheco.
Good to have you. Good. Thank you.
So who's going to take a picture now? Wow. Wait, hello? Mr. Smith. Yeah, Brian Thomas. Wait. There we go. Now you better give me the check now.
Same time. Okay. So, our next presenter is Ms. Gabby Mourinho. She amplifies best in class and is an example of excellence in health and safety. Okay, and she wants to ensure that everyone understands the importance of what we do, why we do it, and how we do it. Okay, and she is also one of the leaders in our industry today. Okay, so please welcome.
Good evening, everyone. The nominees for the Division 3 Rebar Fixer of the Year are from M&M Pools, Nigai Franklin. From Pesa, McGinty. From Tident, Mark Belgrave. From Pesa Styles. And from Tident, Rodney Walcott. Congratulations, everyone. And the winner for Division 3 Rebar Fixer of the Year is Nigai Franklin from
Right, Nigai? Yes.
Congratulations. Good work.
Okay, good.
Gonna skip a category. One second.
Okay, so as you'll understand that what we're using is the 16 division master format, okay, which actually started in 2000, well, it happened around 2002. Okay. Now we've increased it to the later master format, which is 32 and also 34. So all of those divisions will be added in the coming years. So you want to ensure that everyone is covered on the latest master format. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Carpentry, and our presenter is going to be our favorite presenter, Christy Dixon. Okay. Now, Christy Dixon has over a career spanning over a decade, and she puts a smile on everyone's faces from all ages that she encounters, with her genuine personality and fun-loving spirit. With her tenure at Open Heart Daycare teaching 2-year-olds, to her time at Bermuda Mechanical, and now returning to SOS. This Mount St. Vincent psychology student has touched the lives of everyone, and she has become a role model for countless young women and girls, and she reminds us that we can all achieve our goals if we keep on smiling. Okay. So Ms. Christy Dixon.
Good evening. I would like to thank Brendan for that very sweet introduction. I appreciate it. And for coordinating this event. It's an honor to be here presenting this award. I'd like to congratulate everybody that has been nominated. If I may, I'd like to take a few minutes to highlight what my company, SOS, does and how it can help you. SOS is a full-service employment agency specializing in Bermuda immigration applications, temporary assignments for qualified Bermudians for vacation, maternity, and sick coverage. We also do permanent placements, and that's just to name a few. My personal motto is stay calm, let Christy handle it. If you'd like further details, please see me after, and I'd be happy to give you one of my business cards. All right. So, Division 6, the Carpenter of the Year, from M&M Pools, Duke Lawrence. From M&M Pools, Arthur Wolf. From Kaisa, Tay Phillips. From M&M Pools, also Samuel Phillips. And from Killer Cat Wolf Fox. And the winner is Samuel Phillips.
No, it's not.
Give me the card now.
No, it's one missing.
Late entry. Was not aware of. I apologize. All right. And the last entry nominee was Island Glass Cofield Grant, and the winner is Cofield Grant from Island Glass. I put it up.
All right, so moving on to our favorite topic is crane operators. Okay. All right, guys. So, as we know, nothing always goes to schedule. So, we're going to make it a schedule. Now, Ms. Canadian is also an exemplary figure at the Bermuda Airport project. She is one of the up-and-coming health and safety.
Environmental health and safety coordinator.
Environmental health and safety coordinators. okay? And she is actually one of the best in what she does and was recommended not only for her position at the project, but also at this event here. So for this evening, we're going to go with the crane operator of the year as next.
Okay, so for this division for crane operator of the year, we have Rodney Pimentel from Pimentel Crane Services. We have Robert Pimentel from Pimentel Crane Services. We have Bob Hunt from M&M. And we have Rodney Val from Building Blocks. And the winner of this award for crane services is Rodney Pimentel.
Take a hat if you're on well. Yeah. You're doing good for it.
Yes, perfect.
That's my small friend.
Okay, now, we're going to have a quick presentation, oh, sorry, not quick, a presentation by Ms. Veronica Manderson, who is not only EMT, but also works within health, and she is going to inform us on how it's best to incorporate health and safety into the workplace. Okay, Ms. Manderson?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Veronica Manderson. I'm one of the EMTs at the hospital. I've been an EMT for the past 13 years. I'm also a St. John's ambulance volunteer. I've been doing that for over 15 years. I'm also a CPR and first aid instructor for St. John's and also for the hospital. The reason why I'm speaking to you this evening is just, I guess it's fitting for the season to remind people about safety. We know that this is a festive time of year and maybe having a little, maybe one too many alcohol beverages in celebration of the season. I would much rather see everyone in the community as well as yourselves like this, rather than seeing you in my ambulance. Because now that I've seen your faces, oh, I don't want to see you in my ambulance. Because if I see you in my ambulance, that means you're in trouble. Glad to help, glad to be there, but wish I didn't have to. So I don't know if anyone has seen a documentary that was done about Bermuda called Piece of the Rock. Anyone seen it? It's usually aired on the local station, Fresh TV, and also I think you can bring it up online. It's called Piece of the Rock. It's a very good documentary about the ills of Bermuda and the road accidents. It interviews family members of ones that have lost loved ones and also ones that have survived road traffic accidents and the ills that they have to deal with. The person is maybe paralyzed from the neck down. Maybe a person has lost a limb. It's a very good documentary done by Bermudians, based on Bermuda, and I'm pretty sure you would enjoy the documentary. Make sure you have a box of tissue, because it is heartfelt. And if you were ever considering being a volunteer, getting involved in helping the community, and what do you call being your brother's keeper? A wonderful way to do that is join St. John's. you can